Hello guys, and welcome to my first TEW video on the channel. This will be the start of my WWE 2006 series, and today it's going to be a fairly short video, I think. But today we're just going through the roster, who's main eventers, the storylines, just stuff like that, just to begin with as a kickoff. But yeah, let's get right to it. So we take a look at the roster here, and you can see many people, different people. I have no idea who Antonio Thomas is, to be honest. I watched it around that time. I've never seen him. I guess I just missed him. But yeah, we'll look at the two different rosters. Obviously, SmackDown and Raw. I know that ECW was present during 2006, but I don't think they were around during this time because it's just, we're starting off at January 2006, leading up to the Royal Rumble. In fact, we'll look at the storylines first. That'll give you a better view of what's going on. We've got the Brits versus Lashley, which is Paul Burchill and William Regal versus Lashley. Can't remember that. You've entered versus... I can't pronounce his name. Versus Kid Cash. That's kind of embarrassing. The Elimination Chamber. For some reason, that's just leading up to the Elimination Chamber, I guess. We've got Carlito, Chris Masters, John Cena, Kane, Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, which, if I'm assuming, is for Raw, I guess. Matt Hardy versus JBL. Helms versus Jerry Lawler. I can't remember that. Edge versus Ric Flair, rated RKO. Well, I think this was rated RKO. I can't remember. The Big Show versus Triple H. I remember this one. Mark Henry returning and ripping off the cage door. After many failed attempts. Well, not ripping off the cage door, but after many failed attempts, trying to rip the cage door open during the match between Rey Mysterio and Batista versus Eminem. But we've got the members of Eminem, Joey Mercury and Johnny Nitro, John Morrison, John Hennigan, him. And Rey Mysterio and Batista, who are tagged, I think they're still tag team champions. I'm not sure. We'll look at titles here. There's nothing to do with King of the Ring. I think this is where not Bobby Lashley, Booker T won it this year, did he? At Judgment Day. World Heavyweight Champion Batista. World Tag Team Champions Kane and the Big Show. They did feud with Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch, I remember that much. Cruiserweight Kid Cash. John Cena, the WWE Champion. The Intercontinental Champion Ric Flair, which hopefully someone else is definitely going to have to take that off him. Because, come on, he's 56. We need someone younger who can carry the Intercontinental Championship. A bit weird carrying the champion, but yeah. Carlito. Carlito is someone I have in mind for the next one. But we move on to the tag team. Who we're looking at is Eminem. They did beat Rey Mysterio and Batista for it. The United States Championship is vacant. And isn't this the year that MVP wins it when he debuts? Well, not when he debuts, but later in the year, or is it next year? I can't remember. Of Chris Benoit. I think it was of Chris Benoit. That year. All I really remember is DX and that kind of vibe. And the women's champion is obviously Trish Stratus, probably the only capable women's wrestler I ever. Apart from Lita, I guess, just depending on what her stats are on this. But we go back to the storylines. Well, the US title's right there. It's between Booker T, Chris Benoit and Randy Orton. So, yeah, one of them will come on top during that. And the women's big clusterfuck of a rivalry, which has somehow got B-, because that was extremely over somehow. Ashley Massaro, Candice Michelle, Mickie James, Tori Wilson, Trish Stratus and Victoria. Good stuff. Our next pay-per-view, obviously, as I said, is New Year's Resolution. Is this the one where Edge wins it? Has he just won the Money in the Bank after yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Jesus Christ, I'm all over the place with this. I was not prepared. I should have done some research. Royal Rumble, obviously after it, which is where Ray won it. He won the oh my god, the Royal Rumble. He won that. Yeah, longest person ever in a Rumble, I think. Still, I can't remember the records, but yeah, we'll go through the roster now, as I was going to start off with. First we'll look at Raw. Well, we'll look at all the wrestlers, because I don't really want to go through the stuff and all that. Okay, we'll go to main eventers. Jesus Christ. Edge, very good superstar. Definitely someone, hopefully, in real life, he's doesn't mirror real life and retire early. Because if I'm going to make this a long-term thing, I'd like him to stay around. Mr. John Cena. But he's got pretty good stats, someone I definitely need to work with. His momentum's pretty low, I think, and his gimmick's still rapper, which I might change. I mean, it says here it's stable, so I can't change it at the moment because it'll be too soon. Kurt Angle, obviously, I will really love to do something with him. He's 37, but he can still go. He's still up there, and I need him to be at his best. He'll be one of the biggest attractions on Raw, I'd say, during the main events. Ric Flair, who I don't know what to do with him. I mean, he's getting on. I don't want him the Intercontinental Champion. I want him to put people over, really, yeah. Oh, maybe manage someone, as it says here. Make a great manager. Shawn Michaels, definitely, he can put on big matches, so I'm not really fussed. I'll put him eventually in a storyline which will utilise him, hopefully with a younger wrestler, and put them over. The Big Show, who's, the Big Show. I'm being a bit harsh there. He's pretty good on this. I can use him. Maybe he has a feud with Kane, like he did in real life. Just something to maintain the storyline level, momentum, that kind of stuff. And of course, the game, Triple H. Very, very talented. But hopefully, he will put people over. I mean, he's 36, so he can still go. I definitely will give him, hopefully, another run with the WWE Championship. Because he'd be great as the face of not the face of the company, but just the guy to carry the torch for a while. Eventually, hopefully, dropping it to someone who can, get into that main event scene. And here's the upper mid carders on Raw. Carlito, very charismatic. He says here inconsistent and lazy in the ring, but the scouting levels obviously aren't complete. You need to use him a bit more to find out all this, but very, very good, very capable. I'll definitely be using him. Chavo Guerrero, he might be 35, but I like Chavo. He's a great wrestler. He's getting on. Maybe I'll give him a run with the Intercontinental title. He has a feud with someone. He's a face still. Is this after the Eddie Guerrero? Not the Eddie Guerrero, the Rey Mysterio feud. Oh no, it is before, because Rey Mysterio wins the Royal Rumble and then he comes out during the Great American Bash. Somehow I remember that, but piss all before that. Jesus. Chris Medeska, or Chris Masters should I say, only 22. He's limited, like it says here. I'd really love to build him up. Hopefully, I don't want to send him to developmental because he's not got much momentum at the moment, but his popularity is great. So I could definitely do with him, especially at only 22, keeping on the main roster and develop his skills. Gregory Helms, very, very talented. I love Gregory Helms. Again, it says he can be a little inconsistent, but hopefully for me, and in his matches, he'll really shine as a heel as well. He's a great heel. as long as we keep him away from the Hurricane. Which I'm not saying he was bad as the Hurricane, I'm just saying I'd rather... sorry about that, the recording stops after 10 minutes, I forgot about that, but yeah, we'll carry on. We were at Kane, big man, you know, big red machine, the big red monster, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. He will definitely, yeah, I'm surprised he's only an upper mid-carder. I guess he isn't as over as the Big Show then. Well, he should be, he should definitely be a main eventer. I don't know why he's just an upper mid-carder. But I will definitely utilise him, you know, just as he's getting on. Very, very good. I like Kane. Kenny, for some reason, the most over of the Kenny Dykstra, eventually, who goes on to feud with Ric Flair. But yeah, somehow the most over of the Spirit Squad. Of course, there's another member of the Spirit Squad who I'd like to use, hint hint, you know, a certain nickname if. And Shelton Benjamin, again, he's got poor microphone skills, but he says his entertainment and camera is strong. So at 30, there's definitely room for improvement, and I'd love to use him in whatever way I can. We'll go to the mid-carders now. See, I'm just doing an analysis of everyone on roster. Eugene, I've really, you know, he's a good wrestler, great wrestler, but unfortunately he's been lumbered with this, and I can't really think of anything else to do with him at the moment. I could move him away from the gimmick, you know, turn him heel. How is he? Yeah, he's a B+ as a heel, so I could definitely use him as a heel just to, you know, give him a new kind of relevancy towards the mid card, and he could be an upper mid carder. I mean, he's only 30, so it's not like he's past his peak or anything. He's just in his prime. Snitsuke, just don't see anything to do with him. He's got a menacing look, but apart from that, he's shit. Goldust, who's Goldust, you know, the bizarre one. Very, very, he's a good brawler. Definitely someone who can put over some other people. Still a face, you know. Very good. I like Goldust as well. Johnny, can't remember. I can remember the whole Spirit Squad. I just do not know what happened to Johnny. As you can see there, he's average in the ring. It says he has a lot of potential, so maybe one day, you know, when the Spirit Squad do split up on this, he becomes something of his own and is able to work his craft as a singles wrestler. Lance Cade, he's got, like I said, he lacks charisma, but I think at 25 he could definitely be up there one day. Reminds me of James Storm, obviously, except, well, the massive beard. Well, now he's got a massive beard, back then he had, you know, nothing. But yeah, he reminds me of James Storm a bit. Just that look, you know, in ring. Matt Striker, which I think, was he doing the teacher gimmick at this stage, you know, just as he went into ECW, that kind of thing. I don't know. Mickey, or Mikey, or whatever you want to say. He was released for having a DUI. Great, good for him. It says average, but again, 22, definitely someone who can work his craft and eventually become a very good wrestler. Mitch, 31, the oldest, I think. Hopefully he'll be able to become something more, but at 31, he's not as young as the others, but there's definitely room for improvement. Nicky, nickname Dolph Ziggler, of course. Definitely going to eventually use him. Tyson Tomko, now here's someone I definitely want to use. He became tag team champion in TNA, did he? Yeah, as Tomko with AJ Styles and that. And he just had AJ Styles' entrance theme. That's just watching it off Challenge, I don't know. I watch TNA on Challenge because I live in England, obviously. But yeah, Tyson Tomko is definitely someone I want to push. Val Venus, 34, definitely going to do something with him. Hopefully he'll be able to put on some good matches, just get the ratings up, get good storylines for people, and Nelson Knight, the late Nelson, not Nelson Knight, Nelson Fraser. Get Nelson Knight from. But Big Daddy V, Viscera, the late Big Daddy V, is someone. He's limited in ring, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. He's got a menacing look, which is really, I'm gonna definitely turn him heel because I remember watching No Mercy 2008, CM Punk versus Big Daddy V, where he absolutely crushed him at the end of the match. It's a good way to get him over as a monster heel. Low and mid. There's only 3. The Damaha, which is one of the Bashams, Danny Basham. I don't know how to pronounce that, but very good. He's a good worker. Hopefully I will be able to get him up there with the upper mid-carders as a singles wrestler, because obviously Doug Basham is on SmackDown. Scotty 2 Hot Air. Yeah, I could use him. I've got not much to say about these guys. And Trevor Murdoch, good tag team wrestler. I'm going to move him away from Lance Cage just so I can use Lance Cage. He used to be called Bowed Up, didn't he? He had with. I don't know. It doesn't say here, but I'm pretty sure he used to be Bowed Up. I can move him away and I can develop him because he's only 25. He's got old school look, like it says here, underrated charisma. If I give him the right gimmick, I could turn him into a good worker. Definitely someone I'd like to use. Openers, Daivari, however you pronounce that. 21, I've really been thinking like race is not holding people back, but you don't really see any Middle Eastern, not since the old days, like the Sheik and that, in modern day, be up there. You see like Cesaro, he's Swiss, Foreign workers can get over, but I've never seen a Middle Eastern really get over as much as, really, the closest Muhammad Hassan, before he got, all that debacle and stuff. Very unlucky to be in that moment. Rob Conway, Rob Conway, part of the La Resistance, or, however you pronounce it. I'm not good at pronouncing French, even though I took a class in it, but, in French language, but, good work here, definitely hope he can live up to his potential. Romeo Roselli, again, I don't know who he is, he's part of the Heartthrobs, I can't remember them at all. Enhancement talent, here we go, we're almost done with Raw. Antonio Thomas, that's basically just it. I've already gone over him, I have no clue who he is. Occasional wrestlers, is there any? Jim Duggan, he can just put people over. I can use him as a, jobber to the stars. Not jobber to the stars, just a jobber, really. A women's division, that's what I was going for. I missed that out completely. Ashley Massaro, Candice Michelle, Lita, Maria, Mickey James, Tori Wilson, Trish Stratus, and Victoria. Obviously, the only person I really like to pick out there is Trish Stratus, but maybe Victoria as well. I think in this video, I'm going to do the Raw analysis because I don't want it to run over, so I'm just going to leave it there for now. I'm going to hopefully book Raw next and then do the SmackDown analysis on the SmackDown show. So thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time.